Donald Trump was sentenced this morning in his Manhattan District felony case. He was convicted of 34 felonies back in July. Those felonies stem from falsifying business records, where they paid basically a non-disclosure payment to Stormy Daniels, but instead of just paying it and writing it in his ledger as non-disclosure payment, which would have been proper, Michael Cohen paid her attorney. When he sent the money, he called that legal fees. Then when they reimbursed Michael Cohen, they put it in Trump's ledger as legal fees. Now, Donald Trump has maintained his innocence, vows to appeal and continue to appeal because he says it's rigged and it was a sham, and of course it was legal fees and all that. And he said, and even if it was something wrong, it wasn't me, it was my accountants, and of course shifting the blame because Donald Trump cannot be held accountable for anything. But Donald Trump got sentenced today. Now, what was the sentence? And it was, as I've been discussing, it was unconditional discharge, which means basically you have been found guilty, but we cannot punish you because of whatever circumstances you have going on. In this case, it is the fact that Donald Trump would be the president here in about 10 days. And they said, we can't give you a fine, we can't give you probation, we can't give you house arrest, we can't sentence you to confinement, none of that, like we normally would, because it would interfere with being president. So you get no punishment. And Donald Trump had been trying to appeal, and he appealed like 4 different times in the last 3 or 4 days, all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, and even they said no. Especially considering the fact that he was probably going to get this sentence, which he did get. So he has been sentenced. He is convicted of 34 felonies, like I said, convicted back in July. Now we're going to see how MAGA supporters and his base move the goalposts like they like to do, because they've been saying for months, ever since he was convicted, and we have been saying he was a convicted felon, no, you're not convicted until you're sentenced. Well, he's been sentenced. So let's see where they move the goalposts to this time, and try to say, that he is or isn't a convicted felon. They'll probably try to say something like he's not a convicted felon because he got no punishment. And of course, that's not how this works. They don't know how a lot of things work. They want it to work however they think would be most beneficial to Trump. But right after he got sentenced, of course, Donald Trump sent out a fundraising email asking his supporters if they still stand with Trump and for them to donate to him. Didn't say to donate to what, just, hey, you still stand with me, right? Send me money. I have never seen a billionaire or a supposed billionaire always begging for so much free money. He's always needing a buck, and he's trying to fundraise off of everything. He fundraised off of getting convicted. He's fundraised off getting charged. He got fundraised off going to trial. And now he fundraised off of the sentence, which was actually no punishment. It's not even like he's trying to raise the money to pay his fines. He just wants more money from them to prove that they love him, I guess. So let's see how they move the goalposts. But Donald Trump was sentenced today. Unfortunately, it was unconditional discharge and no actual punishment.